Greetings, 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 good people. Thanks for clicking on the video and welcome back. So, Cardi B was called the Queen of Rap by Halle Berry, actress Halle Berry, and she got ripped to shreds on social media. Why y'all do Halle Berry like that? Y'all can't be disrespecting our living legends now. Come on now. Y'all can't do that. So, I'm going to touch on that. I also got an update on the Wendy show. Child, they just doing whatever they can do to hold on to that 10 o'clock slot, right? And a couple of other hot topics mixed in between. Please, as you're coming in, hit the like button. That is your admission fee. That's all I ask. You can also sound off in the comments and share your thoughts. Thanks in advance. All right, so before I get to the Cardi B, Halle Berry, and Wendy show stuff, let me share this piece of information with you. Now, this Sunday, November the 21st at 8 p.m., Eastern Standard Time on ABC, the American Music Awards are going to air. Cardi B, speaking of which, she will be hosting the AMAs. So I'm interested in seeing that. But living legends, okay, New Kids on the Block and New Edition are going to be going, I guess, song for song in like a little battle of Boston. Now, Johnny Gill is not from Boston, but both these groups are, with the exception of Johnny Gill, from Boston, right? So this is going to be epic, okay? Both groups are going to be performing on stage, and this is great. You know, if you grew up during the late 80s, early 90s, boy bands were a thing, even in the 2000s. We don't see that anymore, but they're still alive and well. First of all, my money's going on New Edition, okay? I like New Kids on the Block, but my money is going on New Edition because once Bobby Brown start his aggressive pelvic thrusts, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. So I'll be tuned in to see the awards, you know, who's going to be winning what awards, the performances, of course. And I also want to see how well Cardi B is going to do as a host of such a major, you know, award show. So shout out to everybody involved. Okay. Up next, this fraud. Okay. And I call him a Jamaican fraud. Now, I'm a Jamaican woman. Okay. And I get very offended when people act like they're Jamaican, I guess. You know, it's just the Jafakery of it all. The Jafakery. Sean Kingston. Yeah, I know. Like, where did we dig him up from, right? So this is according to Hot New Hip Hop. So Sean Kingston is accused of putting his hands on his video director and pulling out a toolie. Can you believe that? So a music video director who goes by the name, I guess this is supposed to be Godlike, okay? We're going to call him Mr. Like. He's accused Sean Kingston of putting hands on him and pulling out a toolie, okay? Mr. Like has since filed a police report, right? Now, the director recently told TMZ that he has been living in Kingston's house. For the last several months while working in LA. So one night, Mr. Light claims that Sean Kingston called him downstairs to film something at 2 o'clock in the morning. And this was on November 5th. But Mr. Kingston, he became frustrated when the director explained that his phone was dead. So he wanted you to film something on his phone at 2 o'clock in the morning? I'm for certain he didn't want you to film him making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Or maybe he did, if you're into that kinky stuff. Yikes! That's a picture of Sean Kingston. So Mr. Like, he alleges that Sean Kingston then punched him in the face and dragged him into the hallway? What in the what's love got to do with it is going on here? And this is where he pulled out the toolie, on him, demanding that he gather his things and move out. Yikes. He says that he sustained minor injuries from the incident. Yeah, I bet. This sounds like a lover's quarrel. What do you guys think? Anyway, the article goes on that a representative for Kingston has since provided a statement to Double XL saying that the allegations are false. All or any allegations regarding my client Sean Kingston made over the past few days are false. It is unfortunate that Sean's former videographer, is that how you say it? From being upon being terminated, has chosen to seek his 5 minutes of fame. All claims will be disproven. So Mr. Like has filmed and edited several vlogs for Kingston in recent months while he prepares his upcoming album Deliverance, right? This is very interesting. So if he can prove that Sean Kingston put hands and feet on him, then, of course, he should press charges. Or, now you guys have to be very careful, because some of these entertainers are going to great lengths to promote their projects. They will lie about a lot of things taking place that never happened to promote their project. It's no coincidence that he's making a major comeback. I don't know who asked for this, but he's making a comeback with an album titled Deliverance. He fell from grace pretty hard. And that's because you a liar out here telling people that your grandfather worked with Bob Marley. And you don't even know your grandfather. Your grandfather ain't never worked with no Bob Marley. They pulled your card. So he went into hiding or whatever. You're a liar. So Deliverance, okay, we'll see what it's given if it ever sees the light of day. But this could be used to promote his album. So it sounds kind of crazy that because his phone was dead, you tossed him around like a salad because you wanted him to film something at 2:00 in the morning. Sounds weird. All right, moving on to more interesting matters. The Breakfast Club. I don't know if you guys heard this, but the Breakfast Club is no longer with Revolt TV. Raise your hand if you had no idea that the Breakfast Club was with Revolt TV. Okay. Now, Revolt TV, is a network that they're claiming was founded by P. Diddy. I just feel like P. Diddy is the face of Revolt Network. Revolt has a YouTube channel. The Breakfast Club, they have their YouTube channel. They're Power 105 in New York. So they're on the radio. They have a YouTube channel. And they're also affiliated with iHeartMedia, if I'm not mistaken. So you can listen to them on the internet, right? Now, Revolt TV is a station that I have in my cable package, and I discovered, I think at the top of this year. I don't really watch it because I listen to the Breakfast Club on the radio, and when I don't catch them on the radio, I listen to them on YouTube. I watch it on YouTube. So Angela Yee on Friday, Angela Yee and what's his name? DJ Envy, they announced that it was going to be their last day. That Friday was going to be their last day with Revolt TV. So I don't know if maybe their contract probably was up. They didn't seem like they were bummed out. It was kind of like a sigh of relief, the way that they sped through that announcement. So I found that was interesting. I wonder if there's something, going on, something sketchy going on over at Revolt TV, because Drink Champs is aired on Revolt TV, and then they mainly show like the Revolt Summit when that comes up, and they also show music videos. So it's kind of like a MTV/BET, I guess. But again, they have a YouTube channel, so maybe it's costing money to keep up the network. I don't know. I just think that their contract was up. Charlemagne the God, he has his show, The God Honest Truth, on Comedy Central that airs once a week, I think it is. Angela Yee, she has a lip service podcast, and DJ Envy, he is a real estate mogul, and he has his, monthly or annual car shows or what have you. So, I mean, they're not hurting. I just think, like I said, the contract is up and it's time to move on, just like it's time to do to the next topic. If you haven't done so already, please hit the like button. Trust me, it helps more than you know. Okay, so hit that like button and don't be afraid to drop down in the comment section. All right, Wendy Williams, The Wendy Show. Now, y'all know that it's a lot going on, a lot of shaking and moving going on. They're grasping for straws. They're grabbing anybody with a pulse, it seems, that's willing to step in as guest host for Wendy. So last week, Michael Rappaport, he didn't do so bad. He was entertaining, and he has a lot of energy. I don't really care for him, but he wasn't that bad. All right. So I was able to watch him. So today on the 15th, they had the Hot Talk panel. Tomorrow, which is the 16th to the 17th, they're going to have Bill Bellamy. Okay, that's not bad, right? I think Bill Bellamy will do well. He's no stranger to television. So I think he'll do well. Plus, he's funny. He's charismatic. I like Bill Bellamy. He's harmless. Okay. So after Uncle Bill Bellamy hosts for 2 days, then we're going to have Granddaddy Jerry Springer and Steve Wilkos. They are no strangers to daytime television, neither of them. So I think that they will do great. Now, I'm curious to see how they're going to handle the hot topics. So this should be very, very interesting. Okay. Now, shift gears on the 22nd, which is next week, Monday, right? They're going to have the Hot Talk panel. So it seems that every Monday they have the Hot Talk panel. And this is where they lost me. The 23rd to the 24th of next week, Fat Joe and Remy Ma. How do you guys feel about this? Wendy, child. I think that Joe's personality, he's very high strung. His energy is very high. You know, he does his little Jopra, little IG lives and stuff, his recaps. Remy Ma seems like she gets annoyed with Fat Joe oftentimes. So that'll be interesting to see their dynamic. I know that Remy Ma is probably going to be very petty and shady. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be tuning in this week and next week. For sure, I'm going to be tuning in to see Fat Joe and Remy Ma. I just want to see how that's going to want to play out. But share your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Do you think that Remy Ma and Fat Joe are going to have the highest ratings? And then if you've been keeping up with my updates on the Wendy show, Sherry Shepherd kind of let the cat out of the bag slightly, that in December she's going to be taking over the whole month of December for the Wendy show. So hopefully that deal is still on, and possibly Wendy could return at the top of the new year. We shall see. All right, here we go. So TMZ and other media outlets are reporting that Halle Berry says that Cardi's the queen of hip hop. You know, the way that they write these headlines is so petty. It's very clickbaity, and it's misleading. And I think that's the intention, for it to be misleading. All right. So let's dig in to see what Harvey and them wrote. Halle Berry gave Cardi B a crown. No, she didn't. See? No, she didn't. She didn't give her anything. She addressed her as the queen of hip hop. She didn't give her any crown. Halle Berry can't give anyone a crown. Look, I'm going off and I ain't even read the whole article yet. Halle Berry can't crown anybody queen or king of hip hop. Halle Berry's genre is acting. She's not even in the music business. Anyway, Halle Berry gave Cardi B a crown many feel belongs to Nicki Minaj. And while Winnie Harlow vouched for the latter on live TV, Cardi B seems to want no part of the debate. This all started Saturday when Halle and co were hosting a premiere for her new flick, Bruised, a movie she directed and stars in, and one that features a soundtrack full of female rappers, which was curated by both Miss Berry and Cardi. I talked about this in a previous video. So let's take a quick listen to what Halle Berry had to say. Like to hear it? Here you go.
Say thank you today to Cardi B. She was my partner in crime. I reached out to her. Of course, she's the queen of hip hop. I reached out to Cardi, and we paired and we created, I think, a soundtrack and an album that is not only historic, but I think is a beautiful backdrop for this story.
Okay, so that's what she said, right? She didn't crown her. She didn't say, yeah, she is the queen of hip hop and nobody else, and la da 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 da, right? The article goes on to say, in fact, Halle shouted Cardi out by name, but in doing so, also called her the queen of hip hop, something Nicki Minaj's fans didn't take very kindly to. The Barbs, as they're known, were swarming with fury about the title, which has often been given to Nicki because of her many years in the game and her undeniable influence in hip hop at large. Of course, many feel Cardi has emerged as a more influential figure in a shorter time span, and apparently Halle believes the same. Now that was nicely written. I was expecting this article to be full of shade. Okay, fast forward to Sunday, where during MTV's 2021 Europe Music Awards, Winnie Harlow, that is, seemed to get into the fracas. Is that what that says? Into the fracas herself with what may be a little jab of her own while announcing the winner of the best winner award. You mean? Let me tell you something. Some of these articles be throwing me off. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, that winner, of course, was Nicki Minaj. So Winnie prefaced saying Nicki's name with the one and only queen of hip hop, which can interpreted. See, you see what I'm saying? It ain't me, which can be interpreted as being in response to Halle's own remark. Who knows? Maybe it's nothing. Okay, so basically what they're trying to say is they're trying to insinuate that Winnie Harlow might have seen or heard what Halle Berry said regarding Cardi B, and Winnie Harlow then basically countered that by presenting Nicki Minaj with the Best Hip Hop Award for the MTV Europe Music Awards, and saying the one and only queen of hip hop. This is so stupid. So Cardi B tweeted this: I know how some of you girls like to tussle over this type of childish ish, but not too much on Halle Berry. Anyway, her movie hashtag Bruised dropping that she directed herself on Netflix on November 24th, the first female rap movie soundtrack we produced together out this Friday. So y'all just never gonna let this Cardi B and Nicki Minaj quote unquote beef go, right? Y'all just never gonna let it. Like if somebody mentions Cardi B, then someone else counters with Nicki Minaj. If someone mentions Nicki Minaj, someone counters with Cardi B. Like y'all never gonna let this die down, huh? First of all, I can't even believe the lengths that people are going to disrespect Halle Berry, calling her all types of names, talking about her being hearing impaired, talking about her health, her physical appearance. Really? Because she said, Cardi B's the queen of hip hop. Can't if that's how Halle Berry feels, why is that a problem? Some people will say that Queen Latifah's the queen of hip hop. Roxanne Shante is the queen of hip hop. Some people will say MC Lyte is the queen of hip hop. Some people will say that the queens of hip hop are the originators, the one who started out in the game, in the culture of hip hop. That warrants you calling Halle Berry out of her name? Come on, man. It's not a good look. It's extremely immature if you ask me, right? And this is exactly why Cardi doesn't get caught up in titles. It's oftentimes been said by her and other people who obviously can point this out that Cardi B is not interested in titles. Like she's not trying to step on anybody's toes. I just don't understand how Halle Berry, who has partnered with Cardi B on the soundtrack of the first movie that Halle Berry is directing, starring in, right? This is about their project. How does this become about Nicki Minaj? Nicki Minaj is probably minding her business like, well, how I get in this now? Like, what do I have to do with this? I would be tired of people bringing my name up in situations that don't have anything to do with me. I just, how old are we? I don't know. Like, can we grow up? And then you go as far as to disrespect Halle Berry. Why? What if Halle Berry said that she likes this person's music over this person's music? And then also, Halle Berry don't have no beef with no Nicki Minaj. She liked Nicki Minaj. Wasn't she in Nicki Minaj's live and she be in her comments? Ain't she following Nicki Minaj on social media? I'm confused. Really? Can y'all stop? Y'all just making it more than, y'all gassing it at this point. Y'all making it more than what it is. And I can't believe the disrespect that Halle Berry is receiving because she says Cardi B, is the queen of hip hop. She didn't crown her anything. Halle Berry can't crown any rap artist anything. What can she crown them? She's bigging up and promoting her project. This soundtrack that Cardi B is partnering, with her on and bringing other female rappers on the soundtrack is a soundtrack to a movie, a project that she put her blood, sweat, and tears in. She's in the movie. She produced or directed whatever movie. Like, does this have to be explained for real? Let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all, the culture, not the genre, because they tell you hip hop is a genre of music, and that's not how it started. It's actually rap is the genre, hip hop is the culture. But let me tell you something. The culture of hip hop now, present day, has been so tainted with BS, I'll put it that way, that it's not even to some degree the culture of hip hop today, current culture, is not even enjoyable. This is why I stay in my 90s, rap bag and R&B too. I just can't even believe the amount of women that's disrespecting Halle Berry. Wow. That's crazy to me. It's very, very hypocritical, It's very, very hypocritical. But that's all I got. Ain't got no more. I'm a type of person that you're entitled to your own opinion. Like Halle Berry didn't disrespect anybody, but she's getting disrespect. How is that fair? That's all I got. Ain't got no more. Sound off in the comments. Like the video if you liked it. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Love you for watching. And as always, until next time, folks, peace.